YouTube, another fellow stackers, Midwest Stacker here with an informational video. So, with the whole Morgan Dollar series that I've got going on right now and collecting my PCGS graded set, I've had a couple messages asking me, how do you get started in coin collecting? What are the things you need? What are the best ways to start? How do you go about buying your first coin? So I gave this a little bit of thought, and I came up with a 5 basic things that you need, and maybe not basic, maybe basic's probably not the right word. 5 things that you definitely need to get started in coin collecting and caring for coins and the likes. So I threw some things out there and see what stuck, and bounced off some of my local coin shops and see what they said, and I think we came up with a pretty solid idea of 5 pretty basic things that you need to start your venture in coin collecting. Now, this isn't silver stacking, right? This is old school coin collecting, slabbed coins or not slabbed coins, or you want to get into the meat of actually collecting old currencies from around the world. It doesn't even have to be U.S. currency. It can be any currency around the world. It doesn't matter. These things will help you get there and make sure that you're making somewhat good decisions based on the information that you have. So I'm going to run through this list real quick. I don't want to drag this on too long. Got some eBay actions I'm going to show up here just because I think it's the easiest way to find stuff. All this stuff will have links below. They are affiliate links. I'll make a couple pennies if you make a purchase. If not, that's okay too. Doesn't make me any difference. I just wanted to get this out here, and if you're looking to get into collecting coins, awesome, great. Click the links below. If not, you can skip this video because it probably has nothing to pertain to anything that you're interested in. So let's get started. The number one thing that I think every coin collector should have in their toolbox is a loop. Loops are a great way to get into that finite detail, see those markings, see what your naked eye can't see, look for those details that are maybe too good to be true, or some counterfeit marks or something along those lines. Loops are I own 3 of them. I have one in my office, I have one in my truck, and I have one at home. I make sure that I am covered no matter where I go, because I never know what opportunity is going to present itself where I need a little bit of magnification to see some coinage. I will tell you that you can get loops on eBay for as cheap as $6 with free shipping. And you can go, if there's $5, you can go all the way up to hundreds and hundreds of dollars for jeweler's loops. I will tell you that you do not need a 30 to 60 powered loop to view a coin. As a matter of fact, 30, 60, 90 is too strong. What you're going to find is going to happen is that zoom is going to be so powerful you can't see the whole coin under magnification. You're only going to see a very small part of it. You're better off trying to find something like this, 5, 10, 15. Even if you can find one that's maybe 10, 15, 30, 10, 20, 30, something along those lines will be okay. Between the 5 and 10 range, though, is really what you want to look for. Also, 45 magnification, no. That you do too much. It's too much. You'll never see the whole entire coin. This one's not bad at 10, 20. Look through the 10. If you see something more that needs a closer look, then you can kind of get in there. I always try to buy one that has dual magnification. LED lights on them. This is a pretty popular one. Looks like they've sold 766. These LED lights that you see right here, sorry this is all cut off. For some reason my volume doesn't work through my headset on recording, but these LED lights are great for lighting things up. However, they cast interesting shadows on the coin. I would always recommend natural light, a fluorescent light above your head, not a blue LED tied to the loop you're looking at. It could make the coin not reflect correctly. I would definitely get one with an LED, use it, but don't rely on it, right? Let natural light kind of do its thing for you. That's my only caveat with this. And like I said, you don't need this power. You don't need a 90 power. You'll never see what you need to see on the coins. So first thing in your toolbox should be definitely a loop. And eBay is just full of super inexpensive 425 10 power 21 millimeter jewels. Perfect. Just works. You can see the whole coin. Go that route. And usually it's US sellers and you get here in a couple days. So that's really good. All right, second thing you need in your arsenal, scale. You definitely should have some sort of digital scale that is, I would say, is accurate as price point can be. So the way scales are priced is the more accurate, the more stable they are, the more they don't need reprogramming, the more expensive they are. These cheap scales, sure, they can do 0.01 grams, but how long can they do that accurately for without recalibrating them, without actually them being dropped? We'll set them off and it'll show it's reading 0, but it's actually not 0 anymore. And even if you tear it, it just doesn't, their calibration goes way off. But with that being said, a couple scales, have it in your vehicle, have one at home, know what coins weigh, pre and post slabbed, if you're going to go that route, right? You can get, again, anywhere from $7 or $8 all the way up to a couple $100. I'm pretty sure this scale right here that sold 33,971 of them is the scale I currently own. It's just super easy to throw a coin on there and see exactly what it weighs, and if it's off a little bit because of rub, wear, slickness, some of the silver's worn away, I'm okay with that, but it'll get you in the right ballpark and get you, the weight of the coin. You'll know it's not counterfeit because they can replicate almost everything but the weight. The weight's usually always off enough to not be accurate, or the thickness is off to make up for that weight. So the weight is the really hard thing the counterfeiters struggle with. So a scale for sure doesn't have to be anything too crazy. Just keep in mind these are low budget scales. They're going to be accurate for a while, but you might, after a couple of years, throw them out and get another one. At these price points, I don't even replace batteries in them. If it dies, I throw it out and I get another one, because I figure by the time that rolls around, I'm going to have to either recalibrate it with some sort of special calibration, depending on how accurate I want it. It's just not worth it. Throw it out, get another one. They're $8. So second thing in your arsenal, your toolbox, should be a scale. All right, third thing, it's really one or the other. Depends on how technical you want to go. A set of calipers. I prefer digital calipers. It's a little easier and quicker to read. But now we're starting to talk above that $10 range, right? We're talking $20. You don't need anything more than 6-inch. That's totally fine. $20, $30. There's one for $10. Not bad. Okay. Again, these will eventually not be as accurate as they say they are, but that's okay. We're just checking for how close in diameter is that coin, how thick, with that rim is that coin, to basically say, okay, yeah, this is close enough. I know there's wear. I believe that this is the proper thickness and that this is not a counterfeit coin. So calipers are a great way to verify that, and you just throw the coin in there and you measure the diameter and say, oh yeah, no, that's spot on, or oh, that's way off, something's not right here. And you can pretty much pick off the cheap counterfeits really easy with a set of calipers. If you even want to go cheaper than that and don't want to get into the whole caliper thing, believe it or not, a simple clear ruler for $1.25 at your local wherever, it can even be your Staples, your Walmarts, whatever, a clear ruler with centimeters/millimeter marks on it, and you're set to go. You just lay this over the top of the coin. As long as it comes up to what it should look like and it's close enough, done. You know it's the right size. You're out the door. You've got yourself a coin that's relatively close. You're eyeballing it at this point, but it's not counterfeit. You've weeded out the really bad fakes real simple with a $1.25 investment. Highly recommend a ruler or a set of calipers, something that can get you, close to that ballpark, like 99 cents, right? Like for 99 cents, you could save yourself, a $200 mistake buying a fake coin, $300 mistake, if not more, $1,000 mistake for 99 cents. Totally worth it. I would recommend carrying a nice little thin, 6-inch, 4-inch type ruler. As long as it has centimeters/millimeter marks on it, you're good to go. So calipers or ruler, definitely a plus in my book. I would strongly recommend that is in your toolbox. All right, moving on from calipers and rulers, we've got the scale, we've got the loop. Now we need a place and a way to store. Personally, I'm a fan of flips. I like the self-adhesive kind without the staple marks, but some people like old school, like the staples. I don't like the staples because if you're going to put them in some sort of box, the staples stick out farther. The staples also rust if there's moisture, which could lead to rust on your coin. The self-adhesive ones are they're a little more expensive, but they're a whole lot nicer. You can literally get assorted packs on eBay. Here's 100 for $3.25. I mean, you can just literally find every size you're looking for, anything you want. Here's 100 2x2s for 25-cent coins, right? I mean, you can any size you want. Here's ones for pennies, $5. Here's a huge 700 count. I mean, this just goes on and on and on and on. You have to really refine your search to figure out what kind of coin you're collecting or going after. But these flips, if you're going to go that route, is one of the better ways to store it. And then once you have them in flips, you can move right down the list. You can pick up 20-page 2x2 binders to put them, or pages, I'm sorry, to put them in a binder. They're like $1 a piece on eBay, free shipping. You can get 25 for 25, 26 bucks. So yeah, I mean, the higher qualities you buy, the less expensive they get. I'm sure there are some other things. You want to make other prices and sizes and quantity breaks. You want to make sure it's vinyl, not PVC. PVC will ruin your coins. Vinyl is the only way to go. It won't ruin and destroy your coins if if the flip breaks or the plastic in the flip cracks. The vinyl won't ruin your coin. So for sure, this is the way to go. These are what I use in a lot of my other type of silver coins that I collect, or silver. I don't buy for example, the 50 state quarters map. I think the map is too big to store, so I put a couple sets of 50 state quarters together, and I use just 2x2 flips. I use pages, and I throw it in just a standard binder I buy at Walmart, or Staples, or Home Depot, or not Home Depot, Jesus, Office Depot. You know what I'm saying. So yeah, pages, easy. If you don't like this route, you can also go with the 2x2 coin boxes. These are great. I use these. I think I've got a couple videos me showing these off. I use ones that also hold air tights. They're cut for air tights, not just for 2x2 flips. Usually when you start looking at this route, you can get a deal where it's boxes and the 2x2 flips all in the same purchase, and you can end up saving money that way. Here's one, 300 2x2 flips and 3 storage boxes for 20 bucks. I mean, that's more than enough to get anybody started. You can go up to 500. I'm sure these are probably all the same sellers doing this stuff, especially the ones with blue backgrounds, probably the same people at 500 2x2 flips for pennies. You're going to need to store 500 pennies. That's the way to do it. So yeah, there's this option also. If you want to go this route with flips and storage, it all depends on what you're looking to do. There's also the other route of going straight into Whitman coin albums. Whitman coin albums are, I would say, the cream of the crop. Their top end coin albums for sure. Very good construction, very strong. Holds your coins usually with some sort of plastic sheet in there to keep them protected, along with this heavy cardboard reinforced. There's metal bolts that are holding this thing together for the most part, right? This is the real deal. And they can make it so you expand. You can add more pages if need be. They make a Whitman album for just about, I think, every U.S., if not world coin. And you can get them, like Lincoln cents, all the way up to whatever. You're going to pay for Whitman albums, though. They are not cheap. You can get these type of albums, which is the standard one that I think everybody's probably seen as they're a kid. Back in the day, they still make them, believe it or not. This is what I use to get my kids into collecting coins. I don't buy them the very expensive albums. Something like this right here. So lots of choices. Jefferson Nichols, you use $2.99, right? And you can just start collecting your Jefferson Nichols in there. They just pop right in. Doesn't offer really much any protection, but it's nice to see a full set of nickels when it's all said and done in one of these, and it has a nice little weight to it. This is 1938 to 61. They make them all for all different years, so definitely something to look into. Coin albums, great way to store, but not as secure as flips or airtights or anything like that. But you should definitely have a storage idea in your mind for how you're going to collect and store your coins, which brings us to our last bit of storage, and that's some sort of safe. Now, I know these safes are generic, if you will. They're super inexpensive floor safes that literally can be picked up and walked out the door with. I know they're easily cracked, easily broken into. There's nothing really stopping the bad guys from getting in this safe. It's more for the people in your house, or peace of mind, or something like you can hide this somewhere in, a bathroom closet on the bottom shelf covered with towels. And you've got, a couple $1,000s worth of gold and silver coins in there that no one knows about except for you and maybe your loved ones. And you keep it kind of hidden. It's not something you're going to go into every day. But you can pick up, usually with free shipping, believe it or not, a safe that can sit on your floor and can be kind of hidden away for under $50. You start talking about some of this taller stuff, and you're going to start, going up in price. But, $60 for a safe. This one's in a kitchen drawer. It's fireproof for the most part, and if not, no big deal either. It doesn't have to be. It's more for the peace of mind of how you're going to store your start of your collection. Now, if you're going to start buying 2,000 coins at once, this type of thing's not going to cut it, right? You're going to run out of room real quick. It's going to fill up with boxes and airtights and flips before you even know it. So plan your safe accordingly. And again, this isn't, this one right here, for example, let me get back in focus. This isn't a fireproof safe. This isn't fireproof in any way, shape, or form. This is a piece of safe. This is a safe for a peace of mind that your coins are held behind 2 bolts, and your little kids are going to get in there and go spend a, $1,000 Morgan dollar on ice cream. That's really what this is doing, right? This is not secured in any way. Sure, you could probably, there's bolt holes in the back. You bolt this to the ground, but it's just steel. You can cut through steel. You can get it ripped out of the house. The locking bolts on this look super cheap. This whole mechanism right here looks like it probably just is welded on there. It could be broken right off. There's nothing too spectacular about the safe other than, like I said, it's peace of mind in your house. These are going to get your stuff if they want your stuff. Just that simple. So think about how you're going to store securely your coin collection that you're going to start acquiring. And maybe one of these small safes is, a great way to start. It's $40. You're not out a whole lot. You can put a couple boxes of 2x2s in there without any issues. And you can slide this under your bed, or you can put it in a closet under everything. Closet's probably the worst place because that's where thieves look the most. Or the first, I should say, is master bedroom closets. Got a crawl space, little square in your ceiling. Drop a safe up in there, right? You can, make not one of those pull-down ladder ones, the ones where you actually have to get like a step stool and climb up in there. I would totally put one up there. No one's going to load a look up there. No one's going to go up there. It's usually full of insulation. Don't forget it's up there when you move, but you can throw a 2x2 safe in there. Throw a 4x6 safe up in there. It should all fit. And then the weight won't really matter. So just food for thought. You need to think about what you want to do and how you're going to keep these safe. So no pun intended. All right, the last thing you need in your toolbox, and this is probably the most important thing. I probably should have started with this, but it's the one I want to talk the most about, I think, other than I've rattled on about a lot of things here for no apparent reason other than to hear myself talk, and that's knowledge. You can't put a price tag on knowledge. Before you buy your first coin, your first collection, before you pick what you want to buy, before you start looking into different currencies and different coins, and let's say you want to focus on US or world, you need to get knowledge about your specific coin you're looking at. I just threw in here coin price guides just to kind of give you an idea of all the official type books that you can purchase that is just going to have tons of information on what exactly you're looking for. You want to look for just US coins? Great, there's books on that. Go read first. You want to look at coins about grading? You want to look for coins about counterfeiting? You just want to look into the barber silver coins? Right here. Get that book. I have this exact same book at home. It's an amazing read, actually. It's probably worth picking up from, I got it from Amazon. I don't think I paid $18.95. Definitely worth reading. Make sure you have the newest edition. Gray sheets. That's a whole other video. We'll get into that later on. But yeah, I've got two of these. I've got last year's and this year's. I always keep 1 year behind. 1 year sits in my truck. The other one sits one sits in my backpack, the newest one, which I have on me at all times. And the other one sits at home. So I don't have to go to my backpack to get it. So yeah, red book, perfect, great, has everything. Coin magazines, never been really a fan. I try to stay away from them. They have good information in them, but they're mostly advertisements for stuff that you don't want to buy. Stay away from those. Definitely look up, though, any type of coin book. Google the coin that you want to collect, if it's pennies, and just put in there, Lincoln Penny best book on how to collect something. Get your research. Know your coin that you want to collect inside and out. I can't possibly stress that enough, especially when you start talking about expensive coins or key date coins. There's books that just focus on just key dates. Let's say you want to collect just key dates of a whole bunch of coins. Get that book, read it, figure it out where it is, find out where they made counterfeits. When you start talking about key dates, they're going to start talking about highly counterfeited coins because they bring the most dollars and most value to any collection. And you also want to know before you start, maybe even before you pick a coin, how many key dates are in a certain collection. For example, the Morgan Dollar collection I'm doing has multiple key dates that are going to range in the thousands of dollars to be able to pick these coins up. they're not something I'm going to be able to pick up right away. They're going to be something I'm going to have to save for. But I also know that there's only 5 of them, right? Or 6 of them that I have to worry about, instead of having an entire collection that's all key dates and I can never finish. You know, you want to set your goals to collect at a very achievable level. So knowledge. Make sure you get your knowledge. Pick up books, read articles, Google, whatever you can before you even buy your first coin. There's so many counterfeits out there, and there's good money being made at it, so they're not going to stop anytime soon. Even with slab coins, be careful. Most people don't know this, but PCGS has like 6 or 7 different types of slabs. They're all about the same. They look real close, but the stickers are off a little bit, and their widths are off a little bit. And if you don't know the different types of slabs coins come in, you could be thinking you're buying a counterfeit coin, or you could be, and you just don't know it because you think it's just a different type of slab. You know, you got to know what you're doing, and the only way to do that is to educate yourself on the coins you're looking to collect. All right, guys, this video has rambled on forever. This is Midwest Stacker saying, see you when I see you. I hope everybody has fun collecting coins. I hope you guys found this informational and you're ready to go out and get your first coin. All right, if you're going to and you know what you're going to collect, put a comment below. I'd like to see what you're interested in picking up. All right, guys, Midwest Stacker, see you when I see you. Latest.